Alright folks, time for Music Raw, our chance to talk to So LA bands, singers, and musicians. I want to introduce you to a couple of them right here in Los Angeles. They're joining us via webcam from another portion of the newsroom. Rick Romata and the background vocalist and guitarist Steve Berns of the local Los Angeles group Maple Mars. They released their first record back in 2001. They start their East Coast tour, we're told, next Tuesday, and they're currently releasing their new record, Galaxy Land. Let's watch, before we talk to you guys, their latest video called Transcendental Guidance. Let's check it out.
Showering over me, some personal medication. Transcendental guidance is what I need. Something to set me free. A mantra for my salvation. Tried everything to shut out the noise, shattering decibels from destructive toys, and all the sunrest, blazing the blaze, in all the world's lesser won't soothe the pain, and they call it social change. Transcendental guidance is what I need. A little tranquility, wouldn't that be a cool thing? Transcendental guidance is what I need. My own inner harmony is better than throwing the E.J.
All right, folks, Rick and now joins us via webcam in another portion of our newsroom. Talk a little bit more about the band and certainly about the video that we saw. Guys, talk to us a little bit about the video and that song. How did it all come together?
Well, we've been working on a new album, and that was one of the songs. And basically, we had some time, decided to go up to Topanga Canyon and shoot a little footage, and it turned into a video.
Talk to us a little bit about the type of music it is. I mean, how would you describe it? What would be the best label for it?
We describe it kind of as psychedelic pop music. We're big fans of a lot of the melodic pop bands of the 60s, the Beatles, Pink Floyd, The Who, and so I guess I would characterize it as psychedelic pop.
We know the new album is called Galaxy Land, right? That's a new record. It's a compilation of many amusement parks. What's this about? Talk to us about that.
It's Rick's fascination with outer space.
Well, he's kind of right. Basically, it's I'm also fascinated with amusement parks, so there you go. It's a combination of basically I had an idea to put together a map of all these rides that correlate with the songs on the album, on the cover of the album, and on the back. And so, after assembling all these rides that I found from star maps and amusement park maps on the internet, I came up with this title, Galaxy Land.
So, what's been the reception so far of your fans who have had a chance to purchase the CD or listen to it? What are their thoughts? What are they saying?
Actually, they don't have any thoughts because it's not out yet.
You have a very rare advanced copy. We just finished it. We just finished mixing about a week ago.
Yeah, we just had it mastered. The album's not out. It won't be out till next year. Actually, after the first of the year. So only a few people have it. You're one of them, and I'm hoping that the response will be great.
Well, talk to us about the folks who have actually had a chance to listen to it. What's been their reaction to it?
Well, this is our fourth album. I've been working with Steve since 2000, when he asked me to try out some new equipment that he had in his apartment. It was his first studio was in his apartment, and we started out with one song, and that grew into the first Maple Mars album actually in 2000. And this is our fourth, and I think it's our best.
The studio is not an apartment anymore.
Yeah, he's got
It's grown to outgrow the apartment.
Right, exactly. He's got a full-blown apartment, a full-blown studio in his house now, and a lot better equipment, I'd say. And I just feel like the writing and the production, performances. We had some really great friends help us out. Nelson Bragg on vocals, and we had a cellist come by. We had a violinist. Phil Rosenthal sang on it, and lots of different instruments were on this album as well, as you can hear in that video. And I'm hoping that it's going to be the best received album yet.
And as I listen to the video or the music on the video, I can't help but kind of think back that it reminds me of music kind of from like the 60s and 70s. I mean, was that your approach? Is that what you wanted to do with it?
Yeah, it's definitely that's the approach, but it's to me to just do a complete rip-off isn't what I'm interested in doing. I'm trying to make it sort of our own sound. It's taking ingredients from that era and then trying to turn it into something fresh and new.
If you're just joining us right now, this is Music Raw. We're talking with Maple Mars, Rick Romatka and Steve Berns, and I'm sure, Rick, I'm butchering your name right there. How do you pronounce that?
It's Romatka. The H is silent.
Got it. Okay. Well, talk to us a little bit about how you guys came together as a band. I know you've been performing for quite a while.
Well, Steve used to manage the aforementioned Phil Rosenthal. He had a band called 20 Crush, and we didn't know Steve was actually a recording engineer until he asked me to participate in a recording back in 2000. And as I was saying before, it came out so good, we decided to do a whole album. And I don't know. Do you have anything to add to that?
Well, yeah, at the time, I wasn't playing much, and Rick, I guess, was going through some changes and decided, in his former band, was called Double Knot Spies. They had broken up. We did this new album for Maple Mars, and he started to put a band together. And he said, you play. Why don't you play guitar? And I said, well, we'll try it out. And that was 9 years ago. Right.
Well, the name I think is pretty interesting, Maple Mars. Where did that come from? Does it have any meaning at all?
Yeah, it was a title track of the first album. Actually, I had a song on there called Welcome to Maple Mars, and the lyrics were basically, it was a fictitious place where you can sort of just go and escape all your problems, the sugary Maple Mars, some place far away where when the stress gets to you, you can sort of escape. Kind of like the video you just showed Transcendental Guidance. It's kind of the same. I guess I'm into escapism. I don't know, but then I was, we put this album together, and I wanted to put a new band together, and somebody suggested, why don't you, call it, the song was also a good name for a band. So
we should mention there's two more guys in the band: Ron Pack on drums and Trevor Zimmerman on bass. That's not just.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys are just two of the band. We got that. You have an upcoming East Coast tour as well. Talk to us a little bit about that. Where folks can see you and when exactly.
We're going to be doing some dates back east. We're going to be playing in New York City on November 4th at Kenny's Castaways. That's in the Village in New York City. And then the next night we're doing a showcase at Arlene Grocery, and that is also in the Village, I believe. And we're doing a radio station sponsored show on the 6th in Albany, New York, at a club called the Dublin Underground. And Steve and I are both from Connecticut, although we didn't meet in Connecticut. We met out here, but we're doing a hometown show in Hamden, Connecticut, at a place called Side Street Grill, and that is on November 7th.
So if folks want to go through that list again, is there a place online they can find you, maybe even pick up some of your music as well?
Sure, they can go to MySpace, Maple Mars, and all the dates are on there, and drop us a note. We'll answer. We'll definitely answer you, and you can hear songs from our last 3 albums as well there.
All right, Rick, Steve from Maple Mars, thanks so much for joining us. We do appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and go out with your song once again. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Transcendental guidance is what I need. Showering over me. Some personal medication. Transcendental guidance is what I need. Something to set me free. A mantra for my salvation. Try the thing to shut out the noise, shattering decibels from destructive toys.